second. I don't know who's on third.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
You're listening to the Morning Mayhem radio show on Lakeland's Lake Effect Radio. You know, it's usually the Morning Mayhem radio show, but a special noon edition of the Morning Mayhem, now I guess Noon Mayhem for the time being, radio show. Here with the Diversity Center today, and Lorraine is with us today. Lorraine, say hi to everybody, first of all.
Good afternoon, everybody.
All right, let me move. I'm going to have you move the mic just a little bit closer to you there. Okay. And then I'm going to adjust some volume here.
Okay.
And I think we're good to go. Wrong mic. There we go. All right, we are all set. So first things first, thank you for coming out today.
You're welcome.
And give us a brief summary of what the Diversity Center does, what their goals are.
Okay, so the Diversity Center is a human rights organization that was founded in 1927 as the National Conference of Christians and Jews. So over time, the name has changed to fit the circumstances, but it's no longer a national organization. All the chapters broke away and did their own thing in the cities. So in 2006, we became the Diversity Center of Northeast Ohio. Yes. So what we do, we provide diversity and inclusion programming, workshops, conferences, retreats, and anything around the topic of diversity and inclusion, from elementary school age to senior citizens.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself and your role in the organization. I mean, what are you in charge of at the Diversity Center?
Yeah, I'm the jack of all, master of none. I am the executive assistant to our president and CEO.
Okay.
And I'm also the office manager. You know, I make sure the lights stay on, the copiers work, and all that stuff. But I have a role. We do a couple of major events each year, and so I have a role in that, in planning those events. And, you know, I jump in wherever needed. That's why I'm here today, because everybody's out doing programming. Everybody who's qualified to talk about this is out doing programming, so I step in.
Cool.
I've been there for 10 years, so I can talk about it.
So how did you, I'm going to deviate from our list of questions we have prepared already. How did you first get involved with the Diversity Center?
I am a nonprofit junkie.
Okay.
So I've been working nonprofit for the last 20 years.
Oh, okay.
And the opportunity arose to have somebody they needed an office manager at the Diversity Center. And the Diversity Center when they were NCCJ, which was another acronym, they worked with me at City Year. I was at City Year Cleveland. So I knew who they were. I was familiar with their work. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll come over. And I've been there for 10 years now.
Cool. So what is the purpose of the organization exactly? Is it just get out and do programming with the diversity? Our
mission is to eliminate bias, bigotry, and racism through education and advocacy. So we have a lot of community partners. So we do a lot of work, collaborative work with people. Our vision is to create communities where all people are connected, respected, and valued. So that's most of what our program is centered around. Okay. Yeah.
So based off of that, I mean, what are some of the events that you guys do? You handed me a card a little bit ago, but right before we jumped on mic here, that says Walk, Rock, and Run on May 4th, which is a Saturday, a 5K run, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So tell me a little bit about the Walk, Rock, and Run and some of the other events that you guys do.
So the Walk, Rock, and Run, it is our 17th year. It started off as just a community event so people would know who the Diversity Center was. It has now morphed into this big whole community diversity and inclusion, cultural awareness thing. It's free to walk. We appreciate donations, of course. The run is a chip time professional run, 5K run that's managed by Hermes. And so there's a fee associated with that. All registered participants that day get into the Rock Hall, the Science Center, and the USS Cod Memorial Submarine Museum for free.
Wow, okay.
It's our, we want you to know who we are. We want you to know what we do. But in the meantime, we want you to come out and have fun. It's a family friendly. We have food. We have entertainment. We have all kind of, other community partners are there at our community partner tent, so you can learn about other organizations that you may not know about, in the greater Cleveland area. So, yeah.
So how can, I know I'm just running down the list here, but How could someone get involved in your organization? Is there a phone number they call, or is there an email that they send an email to?
We are looking for volunteers for the walk. And you asked me about our other event. We also have an annual Humanitarian Award dinner. This year will be our 65th year.
Oh, wow.
That. So that's a carryover from the NCC, National Conference for Christians and Jews, NCCJ days. And we honor 2 humanitarians in the community, and it's a dinner at the Cleveland Renaissance Hotel. This year is November 14th. And we are honoring Dr. Akram Boutros from Metro and Dr. Alex Johnson from Tri-C.
Wow.
And it's an 800-plus dinner and networking event.
Wow.
So that's every November. So
nice.
That's our other. So we look for volunteers for that event, and we look for volunteers for the walk. The walk is the crucial event that we need volunteers for, because it's a lot that goes on. We have a food tent. We have people along the route that hold signs. That we have these diverse signs.
Sure.
And they hold signs to, map people along the route. And we have other tents and tables that people come in, and it's just a fun day. It's a fun day, and that you get into the museums for free is just the extra added plus.
So what are some of the other volunteer opportunities that you have to do with the run in particular? I mean, you mentioned food tents, but do you need like MCs? Do you need...
Now I'm glad you mentioned that. We need logistical volunteers, people to help check in people, because it's like 5,000 people that show up at
Oh, wow.
7 o'clock. It's a big event. And so we need people for that, to people to hand out T-shirts, to people to hand out the run numbers with Hermes. We have people who pass out water. It's like a big thing. And we also are looking for like people to perform on the plaza. Usually we have like the St. Ignatius jugglers. I have a magician. I'm looking for like diverse group of people who can just, without electricity or anything like that, they can just perform on the plaza. Like, because there's a lot of people on the plaza between the hours of 7 and 9 in the morning. And so they need to be entertained.
Of course.
Yeah.
So what do you hope for the community to gain from your organization? What are some of the things that you want the community to learn?
Well, they could learn. I hope that they would learn that there's an organization out there that speaks to topics of diversity and inclusion. Like we're very heavily in the schools these days, because the schools, call us with issues. And so, we come out and we're starting younger and younger each year. At first it was always 9th grade. Now we're at 3rd grade.
Whoa.
So, we're at 3rd grade, teaching people how to, get along, how to recognize cultural differences, appreciate other people's differences, cultures, that kind of thing.
Gotcha. Well, do you mind if we take a quick break right here? We'll take a quick break and we'll come right back. We're here with Lorraine from the Diversity Center of Northeast Ohio. We'll be back. LakeEffectRadio.org/studio, first, second floor breakers. And give me one sec.
Play It Again Sports in Lyndhurst wants to buy your used sporting goods. Bring your gently used gear to Play It Again Sports and get paid. Play It Again Sports in Lyndhurst buys and sells both new and used sporting goods. Come check out their great selection of golf, baseball, snowboards, fitness equipment, and more. Don't forget to bring your used gear to trade in and trade up. Visit Play It Again Sports in Lyndhurst at 5455 Mayfield Road in Lyndhurst, Ohio, in the plaza with Buffalo Wild Wings. Come check out Play It Again Sports in Lyndhurst today.
The gallery at Lakeland Community College celebrates Women History Month, created by women, of women, and about women, starting February 24th through March 29th. The artist reception will be Sunday, March 24th, 3:30 to 5 p.m. Annual Women Achievement Award ceremony will be Sunday, March 24th at 2 p.m. in the Dr. Wayne Hill Road Horse Performing Arts Center, sponsored by the Women's Center. All events are free and open to public. The gallery hours will be Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday, Sundays, 9 a.m. 5 p.m. The gallery is located at the Lakeland's D building on the first floor. Please contact Mary Urbis, gallery coordinator at 440-525-7029 or murbis@lakelandcc.edu.
Watch us live at www.livestream.com/lakeeffect.
Welcome back to the morning mayhem, noon mayhem radio show on Lake Effect Radio. Yeah, I'm usually on. We've been over that already. We're not going to go there. Again, we're on with Lorraine from the Diversity Center of Northeast Ohio, and we've been talking about the Walk, Rock, and Run event that you guys have coming up. But we're going to change gears a little bit now. I want to talk about what your guys' plans are for the next year. What do you guys have going on over the next year, like plan-wise?
Well, so we are expanding. We have 2 divisions. We have our school and youth division, which is growing, and we have what's called shift consulting. That's our adult side. And with the shift consulting, they do adult programming. So they're out at colleges, at hospitals, lawyers, anybody, organizations, libraries, things like that. They're out with, doing workshops and trainings on, unconscious bias, the danger of a single story, micro-messaging, things like that. And their department is growing too. We also have it's called HEYA for short. It's Higher Education Young Adults. We have one person who does nothing but colleges and universities. And so she comes out and, to different groups. She teaches different groups, faculty, things like that.
Okay. So that would probably lead into my next question, like what kind of projects and events that you guys have in the community?
Well, we are sponsors. We're a community partner sponsor again this year for a film at the Cleveland Film Festival, which I am not at liberty to say yet, not until March 1st.
Gotcha.
So I'm sworn to secrecy, but we are partnering on a film there. And whoever calls, basically, we will come and partner and do. If it fits within our mission, we're there.
That's awesome to hear. It really is.
Yeah.
So, changing gears yet again, what do you feel are your guys' biggest issues that you guys face on a day-to-day basis or on a yearly basis?
No one knows who we are.
Oh.
The Diversity Center, who? Yeah, no one really knows who we are. People kind of knew us as NCCJ because if you say that, people will go, oh, yeah, I remember them. But as far as the Diversity Center, and we've been doing the same work just with a name change, and we've done the name change. But until people see it, people don't really know who we are, which a lot of nonprofits face. I remember working for City Year Cleveland. Nobody knew what we did. And we were out there every day. So, yeah, that's one of the biggest problems. So we try to get our name out and, keep it out in the forefront.
Sure. So, and we always will invite you guys back if you guys want to come back here, by all means. Yes. But anyway, what accomplishment that you guys have done has given you the most satisfaction, just out of pure curiosity?
It's been so many, and I take pure satisfaction. Every year we have a fall high school retreat that's held in Chardon. It's at Camp Wise. And then March 6th and March 8th this year, we're having a middle school retreat on March 6th. And March 8th, we have the spring high school conference. And so going to those, to me, gives me, because you get the feedback immediately from the students and how things have changed their lives, or how this way of thinking, has gotten them to see things differently and that sort of stuff. So that's really rewarding for me.
Seeing those students' eyes light up, like, oh, I get it now. That there's no satisfaction quite like that. Right.
And they want to talk.
Yes.
And so you see that and they're engaged, and that's rewarding.
I don't know if I've told you this, but I'm one of the narrators for Metro Parks for their hay rides. Seeing those kids' eyes light up when you're reading the script, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like, oh, the light bulb coming on. I've said that a few times now, but
Yeah.
So if somebody wants more information on the Diversity Center, where should they go?
Okay, we have a website. It is diversitycenteroh.org. NEO for northeastohio.org. And basically everything is up on our website. Our office number is area code 216-752-3000. And you can call, and if you're interested in programming, you speak with Tamika Ellis for school and youth programming. And if you're interested in the adult portion of the adult side, you would speak to Jeff Mogileski.
Okay. So Jeff Mogileski does the adults.
Yes.
And
Tamika Ellis.
Tamika Ellis. Okay,
Yes.
I'll get the names right here in a little bit.
Oh, and we have one more program that I didn't.
Oh,
talk
sure.
about. It's called Lead Diversity. Matter of fact, that's where most of my colleagues are today. Lead Diversity is a program for adults 18 and up. It's tuition-based programming, and it's more about diversity and inclusion in the workplace. It's a once a month class for 9 months.
Okay.
And it's led by Jessica Dagler, is the director of Lead Diversity. And that's there at the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District today.
Oh, okay.
That's their session is today.
So what are your guys' annual needs that you have? I mean, I know volunteers is always a need. I'm sure donations is another one.
Right. Actually, we have like a wish list of, nonprofits' budgets are sort of stretched.
Sure.
So if there's office furniture you're looking to donate, or extra paper, like printing companies going out of business and they have extra paper, labels, whatever, that sort of knick-knacky stuff, that's the kind of stuff we look for. Yeah.
And how do you get your volunteers usually? Is it word of mouth? Is it...
It's usually repeat volunteers, word of mouth. We advertise, like I will, since the walk is coming up, I hit all the community newspapers online.
Okay.
Hit them all, and I'll say volunteers are needed. So, we'll go from there and get the, ask for volunteers. It's also up on our website that says volunteers, we need volunteers.
Okay.
So, and then you just click the link and fill out the form and.
Cool. Well, let's take one more quick break.
Okay.
And we'll be back here live, lakeeffectradio.org/studio. Of course, we're still live in Breakers as well. Back momentarily.
Callan needed a car loan, and she turned to Cardinal Credit Union.
Well, I came to Cardinal and talked to Dietrich about getting a car loan, and he explained everything about the financing step by step, so I understood it.
Being a member of the credit union already, Callan knew that we offered the lowest rates possible.
What I like best about Cardinal is the money that I saved and the money that I'm going to save.
What she said.
For new or used auto loans, it's easy. Just call Cardinal at 440-266-2200. Stop in a branch or apply online at cardinalcu.com. Cardinal President Christine Blake.
Listening to your story, saving you money, anyone can join. Cardinal. People helping people.
Cardinal is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Lake, Cuyahoga, Geauga, Ashtabula, Portage, Summit, Mahoning, Trumbull, or Columbiana counties. This institution is not federally insured. Deposits are insured by American Share Insurance up to $250,000 per account. Loans subject to credit approval. Cardinal Credit Union. People helping people.
The Math Per Minutes in the Learning Center. Students receive walk-in help with math. Students work at their own pace on assignments, and tutors circulate to answer questions. The table is staffed by professionals as well as higher math students who have been recommended by faculty and have training with professional tutors. Their hours are Monday 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Wednesdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Thursdays 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Friday 8 a.m. to noon, and closed Saturday, Sunday.
Welcome back to the Morning Mayhem at Noon radio show today. We're again with Lorraine from the Diversity Center of Northeast Ohio. And Lorraine, one of the questions that I sometimes ask that some people might not ask is, what's your favorite part of working with the Diversity Center?
My team.
Your team?
They're a great group of people. Great group of people. We have a lot of fun together. Yeah.
So, and how often, switching gears now, because that's one of the questions I always ask, no matter who comes in here. How often can someone volunteer? I mean, I'm sure it's as much as they want to, but...
Well, no, not as much. Actually, our volunteer opportunities are limited because we work with students.
Okay.
And because of the state requirements, background checks and all that stuff, we can't really expose the general public to the students. So that's why we only have volunteers for our events. And the people can volunteer if they wanted to come in the office and like help us with a project or, you know, anything like that, like doing data entry or things like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, do volunteers have to go through any sort of orientation for the events or anything like that?
Well, for both events, we do orientation that day on site.
Okay.
Because it's not that complicated, but you know, we have them come like a half hour to an hour ahead of time and, you know, run through, this is what you do, this is where you go. It's, you know, just as where you're going to be stationed, that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And what are there any special skills that are required to volunteer at the events?
You just need to be a friendly person, understand there's going to be a lot of people. So you have to be kind of patient. And, yeah, that's really about it.
All right. So, and I know you guys have a website, and this is probably going to be my last question before we start wrapping up. I know you guys have a website, but are you guys on any social media at all?
Oh, yeah. We're on Twitter, and we are on Facebook.
Okay.
Yes.
And they are both at Northeast Ohio Diversity Center, NEO? Or?
Yeah, Diversity Center, NEO.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you coming out today, Lorraine. It is wonderful to meet you. We will hopefully see you again here real soon.
Okay.
And we'll, especially when April rolls around, if you want to come back and come and talk about the Walk, Rock, and Run again, by all means, we'd love to have you guys back.
We'll probably come back and pump up the walk some more.
Sounds good. All right. You guys, this has been the Morning Mayhem Radio Show with Lorraine from the Diversity Center of Northeast Ohio. We will see you all tomorrow for my 11 a.m. showtime, where we're going to talk all things wrestling and all things location-based games. Fun stuff. Tune in then. 11 a.m. Later, guys.